position was always clear. We in the animation market to service a particular industry, which was the animation industry. The industry, I think, today has a different opinion of us.
Through consistently producing graduates of top quality, we are now being recognized as one of the leading animation schools in the world.
Animation is one of those mediums that can be used for absolutely anything.
I was infatuated with the concept of just creating everything that comes to mind.
We quickly realized that these students were not interns. They were junior production-ready artists.
Student film from animation school are at an international level.
Animation is the communication of an emotion, and learning how to communicate emotion requires a deep understanding of the tools.
Because the principles of animation all remained the same. We were just using a different tool.
I found this school to have the right tools it needed for me to do exactly what I wanted.
The level of the school on what you will learn in terms of CG and how you will become a CG artist is very strong.
The animation school team is very passionate about the same things that we're passionate about Triggerfish, which is about excellence in quality and making sure that South African artists have a platform for expressing their talents and their vision and their stories.
This incredible combination of everybody's skills, strengths. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to witness.
And you can really feel that in the films and the quality of the films that are coming out.
This is Pixar short-level storytelling. They're truly world-class.
And to have Disney and Nickelodeon and all of these people sit down and say, you guys are onto something. You know, we are in a space where there's a massive boom as an animation industry in South Africa. And a place like the animation school is in the position where it is the preeminent place. The core team that we developed, more and more of them were coming out of the animation school because they were coming out at such a high level.
The education quality is extremely high and on par with most places in the world, if not better.
South Africa is a very important partner on the animation scene.
Competing with the best of the world.
So development is the utmost importance for now and for the future. You can never stop developing.
One of the things that we really like to focus on is making our degrees and our subject very practical based. So if you come here to study game design, you're not just going to learn like hours of theory and boring stuff like that. You're literally going to be building games from class one. And we're going to teach you everything you need to know to actually build a game, but it's kind of going to start from the very first class that you have with building games right from the get-go. So I think that's like one of the big things that I think is quite nice for the students. I think one of the big things that is nice about Vega is we've got small classes in terms of the class sizes. So you get a lot of personal attention. I spend a lot of time working with my students, helping them with their games, giving them ideas, giving them feedback. So you really get kind of personal attention in the classes that are start out maybe 30 students in the class, and then depending on obviously how well they will do, by third year it's about 10 people in the class, and you can really get one-on-one attention. So Vega is actually a branding school. So we've got quite a couple of courses that go beyond just the gaming. I'm obviously the game design lecturer, so that's where my focus is, but we've got courses in, or degrees actually, in graphic design, digital design, marketing. And at the moment we have our animation as a part of our actual gaming degree, but we are working on kind of splitting out a sole animation degree. We can focus just on animation just because it's a lot of work, so it needs kind of a degree on its own as well.
So my name is rAge and I'm representing Wits Digital Arts. So the one thing that I think defines our department above everyone else at the moment is that firstly, we were actually the first people to introduce a game design degree in the country. So that the cool thing is we actually teach you from very different perspectives. So you'll learn all the different bits and pieces that go into making a game. Some people find that they actually just like writing rules. So they end up actually specializing and taking the writing module with game design because they just actually found they really enjoyed the writing bit. So we also teach you how to write scripts for games and how to actually plan and actually develop them both as an individual and as a team. And we start with small indie game type deals, and then by the time you get to fourth year, you then can simulate a studio environment and develop your own kind of AAA style games as well. And by then, you also, if you're feeling confident, you can work with Unreal Engine and various other technologies as well. And we also have a really extensive VR development program as part of the program. So you have access to room scale VR, you've got access to AR technology, and pretty much everything in between. So we cover basically anything you can imagine in the game design industry at the moment. Here you've got a lecturer that's going to specifically work with you. And even though we have got a large group of students, so it's 300, by the time you get to fourth year, you actually work one-on-one. So when you're pitching your projects, you actually get assigned with a lecturer. So it's you and a lecturer, and that's it, you're the team. And then you actually get to work independently with them and privately with them so that your work is the best it can be. So yeah, you're going to start in big groups because, I mean, let's be real, game development is a team thing. You're not going to be the Sid Meier forever. You're going to need a team, and you need to find your own special place in that team as well, because everyone's got something they can offer. And I think that's the kind of thing that you learn from actually being in a group of people. And also, I mean, there's the social aspect. You get to be in a class full of people that are just like you, that like the same things as you, that want to hang out with you. I mean, like I've always said to people, you'll make the best friends you'll ever have in university because of this. They literally are the people that have the same interests as you because you're studying the same stuff. And I think that's the nice thing as well, is you're never alone. So if you need help, you've got other people that can actually help you as well.
Let me tell you about SAE Cape Town. At SAE, you can study animation, film, or audio.
What's amazing about SAE is that you can tap into those resources where you can't tap into anywhere in the world or any other institution. The same goes with filming. So we have total, what we call a couple of Mac rooms where students just focus on film, whether it's be Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, but just focus on filming. And we have a complete state-of-the-art cameras, HDs, green rooms all over. But what I tell students, the great thing about SAE also is it's a plug-and-play environment. So you bring your discipline and your passion, and we will do the rest. So you don't have to buy a camera, you don't have to buy a Wacom board, you don't have to get any software. You just come and so you can maybe specialize in gaming, but you have an aspect of interest in film. So you can speak to the cinematographer, you can sit in on when they're storyboarding or scripting or creating the animatics. So you can obviously sit into all those and comment on those things. But it's important. And also as a director, you have to go through whether from film, special effects, and develop your skills that you can have an insight into that. You can't be a jack of all trades, because you can't basically, like I said, rig, model, and do special effects at the same time. Then you still want to mix the sound. This is working from an animation point of view, and with gaming, you can't do them at the same time. That's why you need a team, and that's the beautiful thing about gaming. That no person's an island. You need people to help you. It's an industry and a profession on its own, and will make you successful and financially independent.